So it works on 50 countries. Now, I know a lot of people, inshallah, will be going to Hajj and Umrah.
Yeah.
Now, tell me about Saudi Arabia receiving calls from people from the UK and then making calls normally. And then what is the difference with Seven Telecom? What will it cost in Seven Telecoms?
First of all, Seven Telecom proudly says that Saudi Arabia is one of the countries in the list where there is no roaming charges while using our product.
Right.
So when you are in Saudi Arabia, someone calls you, you are not getting charged anything.
Both people are not getting.
Both people, yeah. I mean, the people who's calling here is going to be the local network charge or whatever, 078.
Or their 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, most people
so
3 minutes.
the people who's receiving calls is not paying anything, whatever, like 1-2 hours, whatever you talk with the person. In comparison to the local SIM, as you said, or in comparison to the person who's taking his telecom UK number with him in Saudi Arabia, at the moment there is no telecom company in UK that gives you free roaming in Saudi Arabia. So we are the first one who gives this free roaming in Saudi Arabia. And if someone takes a UK number and call back from any UK SIM, it charges you around roughly approximately 1.50 pence to call back to UK. But our SIM card charges 21p. Now it has been dropped to 20p even last week.
So instead of £1.50, it's
Yeah.
20 pence.
20 pence.
Right.
Yeah, so you can see the difference. It's nearly 60-70% cheaper.
Much cheaper. You wouldn't mind making a 20p call back to the UK
Definitely.
rather than £1.50 a minute,
Yeah,
and no roaming.
I remember the days when I went to Umrah as well.
Oh yes.
Same thing. I mean, I think my mother, just her bill alone was like almost £120. She used to call me like in Saudi Arabia, was, you know, concerned it was first time and
Yes.
all that stuff. Myself, I must have been topping up pretty much every single day. You know,
With a
just to-
local currency
yeah, with
and
local
topping,
currency,
so you
yeah.
can receive the calls. Forget
Yeah.
making calls, you
Yeah.
actually receive the calls.
Yeah.
That's terrible. I know lots of people, when they go abroad, they actually switch their phones off.
Yeah.
Or they leave their SIM. And then how can you communicate when you're doing that?
People have bad experiences in it before. Like some of the people who already been on holidays, they come back with such a massive telecom bill. The next time they go on holidays, they just switch their phone off, and they want to be in contact with their relatives, friends, but they just prefer switching phone off.
Yes.
So by introducing this SIM card, our results are very positive. People aren't switching off. They're actually talking as like in the same country, as like in UK.
So this SIM card, you can get the SIM and just buy the SIM only,
Yeah.
top it up with £5 or £10,
That's
and then you put it in your phone,
Yeah.
and that's great, and you have a UK number and you give it to all your friends. I also understand that next week you will be launching a phone with the SIM and with credits as well.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, sir.
Next week we are going to launch a phone as well, which comes with the SIM card,
Right.
which we have named as Travel Phone.
Travel phone.
Yeah.
Okay.
The phone has SIM card inside. It has £5 already topped up credit inside,
Right.
and you will get £5 extra credit when you top up the next time. So it all comes to the end user for nearly £29.95.
So usually if you buy a SIM on its own, a friend of mine bought a worldwide SIM from some other company, and they charged him £50 for the SIM
That's right.
card, and then I think his calls were 70 pence. With the roaming and everything, his calls were 70. So he paid 50 for that and 70p per minute for the calls, and he could only put it in certain phones. So how does that compare with your one? Your SIM, how much is your SIM, for example?
The SIM itself, we at the moment the lowest package comes with the SIM plus £5 credit,
Right.
which to the end user goes for 9.95. It's under a tenner.
So under a tenner, and he paid £50.
Yeah,
So yours is under a tenner with £5.
with £5 credit inside to use.
So really, it's working out £5 for the SIM.
Yeah,
And £5, and then next time you top up with the same SIM,
you will get another £5 extra free.
so within 2 units you have paid for your SIM and £5 because it's £5 credit,
Yeah,
£5 SIM, and next time you top up another 5.
yeah.
Is that right, or is it
That's
£15?
right. Yeah, no, absolutely. Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
really it's
so you've
free.
covered your SIMs as if you got
Yeah.
free SIM. That's what it is.
Or if someone wants to
Fantastic.
go for £25 credit, the deal is going on at the moment.
Yes.
So if you want to buy a SIM plus £25 credit inside, it will cost you £24.95. So SIM goes nearly free.
So the first time round, it's £25 calls, and you get 25 calls free.
No, I mean the credit £25 inside the SIM card.
Yeah.
The package comes for £24.95. So practically the SIM card is
It's free on the first time, and the second time you top up.
No, it's not. Second time you're gonna have some bonuses, which we do running time to time.
You get some bonuses.
Yeah.
So really, it's £25 worth of calls, and you get the SIM free.
Yeah.
Can't be. That's not bad at all. But what about if you want a special phone just for that? So I would know that this phone is my international phone,
Okay.
and rather than using my expensive phone that I have, you know, sometimes I'm not always travelling.
Yeah.
But can I receive calls in the UK on that as well?
Yeah.
Normal?
Our phone card is not unlocked. It's not locked. Sorry, it's completely unlocked. So even when you go abroad, you use your phone, come back to UK, and you want to use the phone with any other SIM card, just put the SIM card inside. So you don't need to look for any other person to do some technical stuff inside or unlock the phone. It's already unlocked.
Oh, so you do. So I have a phone which is my international phone, which I can use in the UK. It's got credit on it. I have my normal phone as well. Now, can I give that SIM or that phone to people like my wife or someone travelling abroad, and if I'm not going, and they can use it?
That's right. It's a pay-as-you-go SIM. You buy and you can give to any person. It can be a very good gift to a person who's going abroad.
That's it. And I'm going to ask you the price. I think we have a caller online. Assalamu alaikum, caller.
Walaikum salam, brother. I'd like to ask a question.
Of course, please.
This must be a business show, isn't it? So,
It's a business.
One question,
I want people when they're traveling to save money, and I've had this very, very bad experience. So now I have a good experience, and I want everyone to know. Yes.
Well, I have one question to ask
Yes.
you and Sami. What is the view in Islamic view on the law of attraction? Assalamu alaikum.
No, law of attraction. I think every thought. Well, no problem.
It's gone.
Law of attraction. I think he's talking about there's some certain
Seven laws of the universe: law of attraction, law of contribution, and the secret.
The secret is the one I was thinking of.
Yeah.
So if you're talking about the secret, see, nothing is wasted. Energy cannot be created, and energy cannot be destroyed. Even the thought you have, you know, anything you are thinking, that is using energy. This is my opinion, right? So this is my opinion, personal opinion. I'm sure Sammy's got an idea. So nothing is wasted. So all the time you should be thinking good thoughts, and you will attract goodness. And all the time, please be, you know, praying in the back of your mind, saying Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Shukr Alhamdulillah, you know, all the time in the back of your mind. And I think that will also increase your wealth and your well-being. Sammy.
Well, I totally agree with you, and I'm actually thinking of writing a book about the secret from an Islamic perspective, to be honest with you. Now, the slight difference between the secret that's out there and the secret and the law of attraction from the Islamic point of view is, you know, your risk is predetermined from Allah. You know, if you're going to get £1 million in your life, you're going to get that £1 million.
Whether you get it in one day or you get it the whole
halal or haram, you're going to get that amount. Okay. But now the difference is from the law of attraction that's out there through the movie itself. They talk about as long as you imagine it in your mind, you will actually attract it into your life. Now some people have been, you know, like praying and
visually
stuff,
and
visualizing. They didn't get anything, or didn't get the target that they've actually visualized in their mind. So it doesn't happen to everyone. That's because it's not written for them. Okay, but if it's written for you, as long as you pray, because they talk about the universe, but we know it's Allah, is the creator. So you're praying to the creator, and Allah will answer He will speed the answer for your risk. So you'll get your risk. So that's the law of attraction. As long as you work towards it, you have to have a target. That's what the law of attraction teaches you.
As long as you're praying 5 times a day, you're having good thoughts.
And then you ask Allah for
and you ask Allah
what
for
you're
everything entitled, and you pray. I think that is, in Islamic views, that is our attraction.
Yeah.
We attract like-minded.
That's right.
If we are thinking negative thoughts all the time, what do you think is going to happen?